Alright, welcome everybody. Sorry about the delay here. We're Midwest F1 Division 1 here tonight. Azerbaijan, the Baku circuit. 19 drivers on the grid. Looks like we are missing one driver. Looks like it is Will Ans. Thought we had somebody coming up for him. Had a little hectic right before the race. Didn't catch everything that was going on there with the change. Looks like we'll start with 19 here. Not a bad start. As we're on board with Helg in the Mercedes. We'll pull up some stuff here. I don't want the telemetry. Alright, there we go. So it looks like Helg's at the back of the group. We'll go ahead and come around here and find the leader of this group. Who will be the first one to put a lap down? It's going to be El Majacco, the man who took my seat here in Division 1 as I stepped into the commentary role. What's up, everybody? I appreciate those subscriptions, everybody. Thank you very much. And the bananas in the chat from y'all. He understands me. The man understands what I wanted. So we got El Majacco here coming down into one. We'll jump on board with him. Down into turn 2. Nice tight street circuit here at Azerbaijan. It is always a fun race, always exciting to see what can happen, who's going to bring this title home. Coming down into 3. All these corners, nice tight 90-degree corners. Kind of like I called a race earlier in Russia, and I saying the same thing. All 90-degree corners. Difference is here, there's walls everywhere. And then we'll come into one of the most known corners throughout the F1 calendar as we come through the castle section. This left-hander right here will catch some people up today with no ghosting on. It will catch more than one person up, as if one person catches, it starts a train of everybody barreling in. Wings galore, so that will be an interesting one to watch as we go here. Always is. This left-hander has definitely claimed a few victims in its time. And I do see A. Deltonian did make it in for the Haas team, so we will have a 20 driver field today. So that's good to see. Jacko coming around the final few corners here, heading into this straight. Got this couple of left-right here, tough corners. If your car's a little loose, it's definitely a tough one to take. That right-hander, you'll start sliding, you'll catch that outside wall. As we see Jacko coming around to set this first time of the night here in the Williams. He will start this thing with a 139.377, backs off the throttle. Good God, is that Hash? Nope, that's going to be Murph. Looks like he is starting a lap probably. The other Mercedes of from Helg is Scavney. Then you got Scuba Steve in the Red Bull. Yep, in the Red Bull. 139.5. Mystic Joker, your points leader, going to take the provisional pole with a 139.018. Pulls off and lets a car by. Or, not sure why. Aston Martin came across there. Looks like they were starting a lap. Helg's going to be the next one across the line here. What's he going to put up for his first? A 140.197. Going to put him in P5. McLaren coming across next. That one is Smith Pell. Looks like he's starting a lap. So after that, let's jump through here and see if we can find the next one. He's bringing the frosting. It's Cake Thomas in the Red Bull. Going to set his first lap of the night. He hits that 140 flat, .000. I'd like to see that all the way across. How many zeros we have, how far it goes down. That puts him P4 though. As you can see, a variety. We have 3 and 3 for the tires. Now we got an Aston Martin. Is that Ryan Rod's coming down the straight here? He on a lap? Yep, looks like he will. To a 138.801. Takes the provisional pole away from Mystic Joker. Then we got a McLaren. Text-to-speech goes to P3. Jump over here. Let me grab our lineups for tonight as we ride along with Impossible Bacon in the Haas. Looks like he is letting somebody by. As you can see, a group of cars coming through the line here. Just watch those times as they go through, as I am going to pull up our lineup for the night. So the streak was broken tonight of consistent 20 driver field with all full-time drivers. Matt Rosie out tonight in the McLaren. In for him is going to be Texas Beach, who you see right there in P4 in that McLaren. Texas Beach has definitely got the pace to be here in D1, so it'll be exciting to see what he can do here. If anybody who follows Midwest knows, D1 through 3 are all kind of a variety of pace. It's just crazy what it's become. A lot of people joke that Division 2 is Division 1.5, Division 3 is Division 2, and so on. So, nice tight field we have here. We'll see that throughout the night. As you can see, P2 through 4 right there is under a 10th. As you see more and more coming across the line here. Oh, and we are riding along as Impossible Bacon is out of qualifying on an out lap, or was just on a burner lap it looked like, and caught that inside rail or the outside rail. I was looking down at the lineup, and right as I looked up, he was a spinning. Ooh, and somebody else got involved there. Ryan Rods for the 5-place penalty. Looks like he came around the corner and caught someone and picks up a 5-place penalty for it. That is this game in a nutshell. That's just exactly what this game is like sometimes. Just craziness that should never be happening. Alright, looks like McLaren, the next one around, that's going to be Smith-Pell, who's sitting in P8 right now. He's going to be on an in-lap, though. Who's going to be next around? That Yolmir looks like. Yep, and he's on an out lap, so he'll start his first lap in the Williams. So far, we have 5 drivers with that time set. Impossible Bacon without the ability to set a time yet, as he will have to start from the back of this grid. We'll see what he's going to do there. Jinnit to win it is on an in lap. Next around, Alfa Romeo, is that Sui? That is Sui, who looks to be on an in lap as well. And had a yellow back here. I think it was just given some space to start their laps. Hash is actually on a hot lap here on the mediums. So Mystic, you're furthest up on the mediums there in P3, as Hash is backing out of this lap. Let's see who is the next. Actually, it looks like the Haas A Deltonian is going to be the next one across the line. Reserving up from Division 2 this week. As it sounds like Will Ann's still recovering from his birthday a few nights ago. I don't know, has anybody heard from Will since his birthday is the real question, I guess. Jump off board here. Adeltonian sets a 1:48.54. That Super Nina's coming around to start a lap. We'll stay on board with him. He's going to start his first lap of the night. As you can see, he's coming through this end of the first sector. First sector is just a bunch of 90-degree corners. Then you come into the, leading into the castle section into sector 2. Tight section, but no doubt you'll see side by side through here. Even though they shouldn't be, they'll still do it. Every position means extra points. Not familiar with how it works. That is the thing here that's great, is every position scores points as long as you finish 90% of the race. If you can do that, you're going to pick up points and continue to collect. Here in Division 1, the points are so high that it is definitely worth finishing. You want to make sure you're finishing all those races here. Give me just a sec, I'll be right back. Alright, you see Super Nino's did put in a 140.457, so he does get a lap in there, sitting in P15 right now. He'll look to improve on that here with another run yet, as there is still a little over 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Kind of checking some things here. And we got some Mystic Heart from Mother Ellie in the chat. So we got a Mystic fan out there. Who else we got cheering for us? Drink Alchemy in the chat as well. Appreciate those bananas there, sir. Have to make sure to check out that event that I do here in just a week away. If you're on the Midwest Discord, you'll definitely see that posted around. As we have just under 4.5 minutes to go here in the qualifying session. Mystic leading the way on the sauce right now. And that's a 138.421, not too far ahead of Jinnit to win it in the Aston Martin. Behind him is going to be Ryan Rod, so Aston Martin sitting 2 and 3 right now. They're set to go. Yes, I agree. Mystic is definitely legendary. He's on a 3-race win streak right now here for Division 1. He's going to look to improve that to 4 in a row to start this season. Season 5 here for Midwest F1. So then after that, you got text-to-speech. The reserve from D2 sitting in P4 right now, so he's sitting in a good place. Got Scuba Steve in P5, Dace in P6. Jacko's in 7th, Yalmir, his teammate in 8th. Cake Thomas and Helg are going to round out your top 10 so far. As we see everybody coming in here, you're pushing the limit of getting back out if you're trying to get one more run in. It looks like A. Deltonian has retired. I believe that's in the pits, so let's see. Looks like Murph and Selly coming around here. See if we can get a good view of his helmet. He says he's got an Azerbaijan-inspired helmet here. We'll see if we can get a good enough camera view to see this thing. Murph and Selly, as anybody in the Discord is seeing this guy. Ooh, Scuba Steve disqualified. Parked in a dangerous spot. Not sure what happened there. JC Blackley retires as well. Looks like that's in the pits. He's going to accept his lap time. Not sure what happened there with Scuba Steve, so we'll have to maybe see. Scuba, if you're listening, make sure you throw that in the chat. Along with that, anybody who is in this race who can see that weather report, make sure you throw me a weather report here so I know what we got going for the race. So Murph and Selly sitting P9 right now, 139.5. He is just 1/1000th behind Cake Thomas in P8, so tight field here we do see. Let's see, looks like we got a Mercedes coming around. That one is Scabney. He's on an out lap, so he'll look to start his last hot lap, I'm guessing, if we can see the time pop back up. Because you gotta love when they put the yellow flag indicator right over your timing. Dry to start, wet to end. Oh, this is exciting. How far in is it forecasted there, Merv? Is it something where you guys can start mediums and make it? Or am I giving your strategy away? Riding along with Scabney, sitting right outside the top 10 here in the Mercedes, directly behind his teammate. He's going to look to improve on that on his final run, because his teammate has retired in the pits, so he's going to accept that time. I am not sure what is going on. We have this constant yellow down in Sector 2. And now Sector 3. Who is that? Is that Mystic it's got that for? Let's jump over there and see. It is. It had a yellow following him. Not sure what was going on with that one. So jump back over here to Scabney, as he's going to look to improve. He's up a little over 2/10 on his lap, coming through the middle part of the track. Into the castle sector. You see him bounce off the wall, and that is going to end his qualifying session. We are under a minute to go now. So these guys are going to be looking to set times. Did it not? Nope, it didn't knock the wheel off, but it did get him definitely all spotted up. And he'll let the Aston Martin go by, and he's got plenty of room. He'll try to just make sure he stays out of the way. As you can see, plenty of time, as he does give Super Nina's time to get around there. So tough luck there for Scabney, but he's sitting P11 right now. That's going to give him the free tire choice. Looks like our top 10 all on softs right now, so we're going to see softs all the way through top 10. It'll be interesting to see 11 through 20 what they're going to bring tonight. And it looks like 10 minutes into the race is what they're saying for the rain. Oh, this could be exciting. This will only be the second rain race I have ever called, so I am excited to hear a little bit of rain coming. Looks like Ryan Rod's going to come across the line. Is he going to have enough time? Where is the time? Oh, he just missed it. Just missed getting a new hot lap in. So whoever's on the track right now is who's going to get these done. As we see, that was Super Nina's coming across the line there. Next across is going to be Scabney, who had that damage. That Smithpell is invalidated. After that, we have an Alfa Romeo. That one's going to be Mystic. Is he on one? He is up by 1,000, so he'll have to pull some more together. But really, right now, he is sitting, I believe, in a good spot. Behind him, it looks like it's Cake in the Red Bull. We'll see what he gets as he comes across the line here. Mystic Joker with a 1:38.403. Cake Thomas going to be the next one. He's actually invalidated. So after that, it will be Hash. Hash is up by almost a second on his time, as he is on the soft now, originally on the mediums. That put him at a 1:39.2. That would place him roughly 6th to 7th. Or 7th to 8th, I do believe. We'll see what he can do as he's coming down that final stretch. Behind him is going to be Dace. And we'll jump over to Dace as soon as this lap is set. 1:39.195. Dace coming across the line next. 1:38.668. So he jumps up to P3. And with Ryan not being there, it is going to be your qualifying order. We'll let this cycle through. We'll get the leaderboard popped up, and we'll go through this lineup. 20 drivers on the grid tonight. You got Midwest F1 Division 1. Brought to you by the Monkey Mafia. We are ready to go. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Always enjoy this. You don't want to miss any of the action. So we got Mystic Joker and Janet to win it on the front row. Dace and Ryan Rods. Ryan Rods with that 5-place grid penalty. That, you know, is one of those things that it just sucks. He came around the corner and caught a car who was already crashed out. Nothing really either of them could do, but he is going to have to take that 5-place penalty here off the start. We'll go through that lineup as we do our formation lap. I'm going to take a quick break, get a drink, get ready to go for the start of this race, and we will get going. So challenge to anybody out there in the chat. Anybody who's out there, go ahead and send this. Share this with somebody you know. Make sure they get in here and cheer for you. We want to know. And somebody's a button pusher. That was already under 20 or at 20 seconds when we came in. So somebody will be having a qualifying ban next week, as that is the penalty for an early ready up. Hopefully everybody gets their stuff together and gets this thing rolling. As we are quick to the draw here. Timer out. We will take the place on the grid here unless it starts another countdown, which sometimes it does that too. Oh, Gingy in the chat with some bananas. I appreciate that. What's up, Gingy? How's it going? Got to be late night for you over there. I believe we're looking at, what, probably about 2:45, 2:55. So they got the early morning. We got a few guys from the UK here racing throughout the league. We had 7 divisions running tonight, so between 140 drivers, we definitely have some from the UK. We got some Aussies in here. So just off my memory, I know Jinnit. Let's see, Jinnit and Bacon, I believe, are going to be our 2 guys from the UK. And then you got Jacko, who's an Aussie. Ryan Rods, I believe, is Portugal, if I remember correctly. And then you got a huge mixture of Americans and Canadians in this mix. So do have quite a variety here. And like I say, through the 7 divisions, there is actually quite a few. But we are mainly a North American lead over here at Midwest, but we have no problem with anybody. You have a good internet connection, come race with us. If you want some info on how to join Midwest F1, you can just let me know in the chat or send me a message through Discord. I can always get you that info and get you in here. I handle most of that stuff between me and Pork. Pork down in Division 3. He's going to be racing Division 3 tonight and hope to break his Baku streak. He hasn't run very well at Baku, so we wish him the best of luck tonight down there in Division 3. As we're coming around on the formation lap, so the front row going to be Mystic Joker, F1 Jinnit to win it, row 2 Dace TG2 and text-to-speech 08, row 3 is going to be LFR Yolmir and the Ferrari of #9211. Row 4, Elma Jacko and Cake Thomas. After that, you got row 5, GSR Ryan Rods and Murph and Selly in that row. And then your free tire choice, which jump over real quick and see what everybody's doing. As you can see, Helg right there in P11, going to be on the 6th row with Super Ninas. We got Scavney and Smithpell on the 7th row. Suey and Detail on the 8th row. Row 9 going to be Aid Eltonian and Impossible Bacon in those Haas. JC Blackley and Scuba Steve going to make up row number 10. That's going to be your grid today for Midwest F1 Division number 1. Season 5, round number 4 of 16. So this would be the quarter mark here after this race, and it has been an interesting one. After we get this race going, I'll pull up those points. We'll go over the points a little bit and discuss. Qualifying session definitely went through fast, and I didn't get through all of them. We'll catch them during a safety car, because I'm going to do a little commentator curse and tell you there's probably going to be a safety car. Rain Baku, yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one as we see some medium and even a hard runner back there with Aid Eltonian. The grid is lined up. We look to be ready to go for Midwest Division 1. And there comes lights, one light, and they are. I'm not sure what's going on with lights. Ryan Rods gets a jump start. I am not sure. The leaderboard's bouncing all over the place. I am not sure. As we got a spinner of the AlphaTauri, and I believe that's Dace. Dace went for a spin back there. Yeah, it was Dace. It looks like Scuba off the track there. Not sure what happened to him. Maybe trying to avoid the mayhem as Mystic does get a jump out. He's got Jinnit behind him. Scuba Steve has left the session. Not sure what's going on with that one. As you can see back through the field a little bit, they are battling back here. Nobody quite out in front. The Ferraris together in 6th and 7th. They're going to look to move through the field. Good start for them. Got Jacko and Yolmir in the top 10 in the Williams as well. Let's see, Ryan Rods and Jinnit, but Ryan Rod's going to have to serve that drive-through penalty. Had a jump start there. On my end, the lights looked a little bit goofy, but not sure how that looked to the drivers as you see him come through the castle section. Right on the front wing is one hell of a view to watch that from. It is insane to watch that when it goes through like that. it's tough enough to do it from the cockpit, but let alone that front wing's just insane. As you see Ryan Rod's on the back gearbox of Yolmir. He's going to take a look to the inside. Not quite enough to do that yet. He's going to look to get as much as he can here before serving that drive-through penalty. Be interesting to see what his strategy is with that. Me, personally, I serve those as soon as I get them, because if a safety car were to come out, he would have to wait until after the safety car to serve that. And that one can definitely burn you if a safety car comes out. So we'll see what he's going to decide to do. Looks like he is going to take it into the pits there. He's going to serve that drive-through as Mystic gets that fast lap 1:44.996. That will definitely be improving as that is lap number 1. Jacko and Cake Thomas side by side there. Jacko gets the spot in 7th place. Cake Thomas in 8th there in the Red Bull. Little Red Bull and Williams battle. Suey and Adel Tony swapping spots back there. As you can see, they are side by side. The Mercedes fighting each other there. It looks like Scavney's going to get that 10th spot from Helg. Going to hold on to it and move forward. They got Smith Pell right behind him in the McLaren. The Haas of Impossible Bacon and Adel Tony and up a few spots. We'll jump over here and take a look at that. Impossible Bacon up 5, Adel Tony and up 3. Got Murph and Selly up 4. Super Ninas and Scavney up 3. So quite a bit of movers yet. We got a couple of big drops here with Dace dropping 13. Ryan Rods with 10 out to the drive-through. Your front 2 spots haven't moved at all. They are, like I say, we're just kind of keeping an eye on all these intervals. Everything's still kind of tight. Cake Thomas still on the back of Jacko here. They are not done yet. This is a tough spot to be side by side. Cake tucks back in there. Good choice by him as he is right on the gearbox of Jacko. But don't look now. Here comes Super Ninas. Super Ninas started 12th up to 9th. Good run for him so far in that Alpine as we're about to end lap number 2. 24 laps to go in this fight. As we are right along with Cake Thomas. He's going to get the run on Jacko. He's going to put the frosting on the cake. And there he goes. He gets that pass done over the Aussie of Jacko. DRS will be enabled now. They'll be looking to engage that DRS here in just a couple of quarters as they come down around here. Jump on with Jacko. Jump over. You can see that's open up. You can see the ERS. He's not using any of that yet. As Cake has burned through, he's only down to 10%, so he's going to be looking to try to save some as this thing goes on. Tough to burn through that much this early on, but you see that's just a line of cars here. Azerbaijan can really bring that out, and it can be a really tough spot to pass if you don't have the great exit of the corner. It's tough to get anything done because you really got to make it on the exit and beat them down to the next corner. These corners are real hard to pass. It's hard to go side by side in a lot of this section of this track. Here we are in this front wing view again. Trying to test if I want to hold on to the dinner. That view just makes you sick. As we see, they are a tight fight here from 6th of Murph. Got Cake in 7th. Jacko in 8th. Super Nina's in 9th. Scavney and Helg, 10th and 11th. Smith Pell and Impossible Bacon also there in 12th and 13th. So your battle from 6th to 13th right now. Every one of these cars is within DRS range. So we have a bit of a DRS train on lap number 3 here in Baku. As you can see, Bacon trying to close in. And it is just a snake of cars down the front stretch. They're all trying to gain on each other. DRS is open. We jump around here. Let's look at the ERS. Looks like right now Smith Pell and Jacko sitting the best off with that. Oops, wrong button. So Jacko did lose a little bit. Cake pulled away and has got to the back of Murph now. 6/10 back. He's going to be looking to gain a spot. Hash did get around Yolmir for 4th. Jinnick got around Mystic. I did not catch that one as we jump back on board. Mystic's not done with him. He's down 2.5 tenths. Coming down into the lead of the castle section. Not a spot to be passing. He'll look to get that done, I would imagine, down the front stretch. We'll jump on board here. Kind of see how he's working the wheel. Working those gears. Coming up through the castle section and into the left-hander here. Tough spot. He runs a little bit wide. Not going to let him get too far away. I agree. Here comes the rain. Gingy calls it, saying this rain's coming. I think that just changes this whole game. I was wondering if it was going to be on the soft run or if they were going to have to pit twice. I imagine we'll start seeing intermediates here after lap. I'd imagine 5 to 6. It doesn't take long here to get slick in Baku. And this is going to be the telltale sign. Coming through here is a tricky spot when it gets slick. Mystic keeps an eye on Jennett. He's going to have the DRS. He's got an ERS advantage of about 40%. DRS is open. He'll look to close in and get this thing done heading down into turn 1. There you go. We ride along with him as he will complete that pass into turn 1. Jennett's not ready to just quite give that up. He runs it just a little bit wide, still on that back gearbox. Not going to let him get away. So then Jennett now will have the DRS. We'll jump on board with him for this one. But don't look now. Text-to-speech, while these two have been battling, has closed in. He's just half a second back. Our D2 reserve tonight is making a stating a name for himself. Got himself on the podium, but we'll see how this works out after the rain. You know, you don't always have to be a rain expert, but when you're at Baku, you do not want to be uncomfortable in the rain because the walls come up far too quick for that. Ellie cheering for Mystic there in the chat. Love to hear it. Mystic does get that lead back, and he's got a little bit of a gap. We'll see how this works out as the text-to-speech just pick up damage. I don't see any end plate damage there, but he definitely did scrape that wall just a little bit. I believe it was just with a tire. With simulation damage, though, something like that can really ruin your day. I mean, it can be the littlest thing with simulation damage, and that can just be a hinder to the rest of your race. So we'll see what he can do. He's dropped out of DRS zone right now. We're on back on board with Jennett here as we're coming down the front stretch. 6/10 back. As you can see, that rain's coming down just a little bit harder. I don't think it's hard enough now yet to pit. We'll jump over here and pull up the tire situation. So Deltonian started on those hards. That one's going to hurt him here as they're going to be pitting way too early to get the full use out of those hards. As you can see, kind of jumping around. Cake Thomas. And Murph spin. Oh, he's into the pits. There we go. We got our first pit stop. Is he going to the intermediates already? I thought this might be a little bit early, but Murph's going to make that call. He's going to try to pull a little bit of an early strategy here. We'll see how that one works out as he was running in, I believe it was 6th place when he came in. And kind of a longer pit stop there for him. As we see Mystic still holding on to this lead up here. Good job by him. Jennett's not letting him get away, though. These two have had some epic battles through the seasons here. Been two of the most consistent drivers on the grid here in Division 1. The other to really name is Hash, who's sitting in P4. Hash and Mystic, one of the only ones last season who had the streaks of podiums. As you can see, that was a great view coming up through that castle section. You can see just how tight it is. The cars barely fit through it. I mean, that's got like feel of Monaco to it there as Mystic is opening it up a little bit. 8/10 of a lead now. But that's going to leave Jennett still in DRS. But we will have to see what is going to happen here. Let's jump over to Murph and see how that thing's handling on those intermediates. Smithpell has left the session. Looks like we have lost. Looks like it may have been just a little bit too early. But we do have four drivers total now on the intermediates. Helg, Dace, Murph, and Yolmir all on intermediates. But I just think it might have been too early as we do see our race leader, first and second, are into the pits. Third into the pits, fourth into the pits. We're going to see, I think this is a line of everybody into the pits. This is where double stacking can come in. Scavney stays out. So we're going to see a couple drivers stay out here. Scavney and Smithville both stay out. Let's see, is that Jacko stays out. Detail stays out. So we are seeing some strategy played here. Could be they didn't want to double stack with teammates. I mean, that's definitely something that could be. Jacko definitely wasn't because Yolmir wasn't up there. But, you know, you don't know what the decision was to stay out. A couple of medium runners there. Let's jump up there and see how those laps are going so far. Let's see, Smith Pell sliding around quite a bit. I mean, if we went back to Murph must have lost a wing. He's back into the pits there. So we jump on Scavney here. He's still sliding around. I mean, it's borderline. I think you're in that middle ground where maybe they're about the same pace, which is crap. Because Baku in the rain is crap pace. You can't do anything. As you see those mediums sliding around, we're definitely going to see these guys coming down into the pits. Smith Pell looking to close in. DRS has been disabled now, so we are into that wet race. Wet race starts. We are on lap number 7. Oh, Smith Pell just a little bit wide. Looks like he's giving room, though, to the intermediates of Mystic. Mystic and Janet move around there. They are not getting away from each other. This thing could come down to the end between these two, and this is a heck of a battle. As they have stretched it out, though, they're be interesting to see how this plays out after pit stops and everybody comes in and gets the intermediates. But as of right now, they have a healthy lead over third place, what will be third place after pit stops. Scavney into the pits. Yep, Scavney into the pits. Smith Pell into the pits. I believe we're going to see Jacko and Detail into the pits. And there they come, nose to tail into the pits. So we'll see how this one works out. I think it might have been a lap too long for these guys that stayed out this last one. So we got 5 drivers who tried to extend this just a little bit longer. And I'm going to guess that Bacon put on the wrong tires there. I see he's on hards instead of intermediates. I'd imagine that was incorrect. I believe Jeff did not listen on this occasion. We cycle through. We got a VSC. I'm guessing maybe some wings laying around. Some damage. There's always some carnage if you get a wing on the ground. Easy to cut a tire. Believe me, I know. Last season at Jeddah, lap 1 cut a tire, lap 2 cut a tire. So with sim damage, you just never know. You want to avoid it. So a VSC isn't a horrible thing right here. We're on lap number 8 of 26. It'll be just a moment here. I'm going to take a break and get a drink. Make sure you like, follow, or subscribe. Alright, still under the virtual safety car here. We'll go back up and go through the field. Got Mystic Joker leading the way on the intermediates. Everybody on the intermediates now. It's the Alfa Romeo of Mystic Joker out front. Your points leader. 3 consecutive wins in a row here to start this season. Yolmir picks up a drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC. That's a tough one. It is always tough when it comes out or goes back in. So he'll have to serve that drive-through penalty. Mystic and Janet are back at it here. First and second. And it doesn't look like Janet's going to have enough to get to him, so we'll jump through the field a little bit here. Texas Speech running in P3. Reserved from Division 2 this week. He is always up front in Division 2, always setting them fast laps. Good to see him up here showing what he can do, but he is under attack. He's got hash 9211 right behind him in the Ferrari. That's in P4. Behind them is Cake Thomas in the Red Bull P5. P6 going to be Scavney right now. Got Smith Pell in 7th. Ryan Rod's in 8th. Super Nina's in 9th. Rounding out your top 10, Jacko, but he's under attack from Helg. Helg in 11th, going to take a look, going to tuck it back in and try to go after him on the next straightaway. We'll stay on board with this one real quick, and then we'll finish going through the field and get through the rest of everybody. We still have 20 drivers on the grid right now, which is good. As you can see, it is tough going out there. The exits of the corners are slick. It is hard to get a run, and really, if you don't have a run, you can't make a pass. So the passing here it really comes down to that front stretch where you have that long straightaway. But if you don't get the run off, you're not going to have enough to go get them. So it's always tough to see who's going to bring this one home. they do spread him from just back over through the field here and come back to that one. Detail is going to be in 12th. He's right behind this battle. Behind that, Scuba Steve in the Red Bull in 13th. Mystic's teammate in the Alfa Romeo, Sui, right there in 14th. You got Dace in the Alpha Tari in 15th. Adel Tonian in the Haas 16th. Yolmir in the Williams is going to be 17th. JC Blackley 18th. Murphin Selly is going to be 19th. And Impossible Bacon had to come in for those intermediates after getting the incorrect tires. He's going to be in P20. He's going to be really hoping for a safety car at this point, catch a gap. Jacko gets around Nina's, and he is clear of him. As you see, Nina's was a bit of a tank slapper there, nothing too extreme. Putting on a little show for the fans here in Baku. That's going to drop him down to P10. Looks like Jacko is going to spread that gap out a little bit as Jinnit into the pits. Did he have a wing change there? That's going to give a huge gap to Mystic Joker. He's now got a 14-second gap over text-to-speech. Jinnit to win it with an extra pit stop here is going to drop him to P8 as he comes out. Yep, he will be in P8 just in front of El Majacco, about 2 seconds out in front. He's going to look to fight back with his teammates up there in 5th, so that's still not a bad day for Aston Martin so far. Cake Thomas looking good right there in P4. Let's jump up and see position changes here. So our position changes are Scavney, Smith-Pelly, and Scuba Steve all up 7 spots. Scuba with the disqualification wouldn't be eligible for the hard charger point, but Scavney and Smith-Pelly right now would be sharing that with 7 positions up. Your big loss today right now is Dace down 12 and Yolmir down 12, so they're going to look to fight back and get themselves back into this thing. It's far from over. We'll have 16 laps when they cross the line this time, so we're not even halfway here. A lot can happen from now to the end, so we'll see what this story brings. But we got Cake right now chasing down, looking for that final step of the podium. He's right on the tail of Hash, and they aren't too far behind text-to-speech either. No DRS here, so we'll see. It looks like, for the most part, everybody is sitting pretty good on the ERS. Really, when it comes down to it, there's only about 2 sections that you use it. It's right here, and then down after 1 and 2, you're going to use it down that stretch. Other than that, you don't really use the DRS too much. The text-to-speech, he better be watching now, as Mystic is just growing that lead. He's got that thing almost 16 seconds now. Just another Mystic day out there in the lead. They call him the alien. And I believe it. Midwest F1 today, Division 1, brought to you by Raise Energy. Make sure you go order your packet of Raise today. Get a box of it. I mean, try some new flavors. And when you do, enter the code MWF1. Get 15% off your order. And that is a good code for a while. So just make sure you do that. And we will keep bringing you this action, and you do that for us. Also got picked up a new sponsorship this week with EPOS, and that is going to be some of your gaming audio stuff. So definitely go check them out. And if you need, there is a link on the Discord. If you need that link, just let me know, and I can get you that over. Anything you need, just like I say, shoot me a message in Discord or anything like that. Twitch, doesn't matter. Shoot me a message. We'll get you the info you need. If you want to join into this racing, we have 7 divisions of racing, so it doesn't matter whether you're fast, slow, middle. Come join us. We'll get you out here as we got a side-by-side battle for second. Hash taken down, Chase and Text. I'm gonna jump on this. Text-to-speech has disconnected again. Oh no. Oh man, that's. Stay on this for just a moment here as Cake is chasing Hash. And the AI is going to take Text back in. We're going to jump in here and try to send him an invite quick. I do apologize about this little break. We're going to try to get him back into the race. Okay. Hopefully he's online. I do apologize. We're missing some racing here, but I want to try to get him back in. He has had some of the toughest luck with the connection. And there we go. Sent it off. And we are under a safety car. Nobody out of the race, but full course safety car. Not sure why. So we got some drivers into the pits, but like I say, I don't see anybody, unless it was somebody in here that had lost some wings. But we got our first safety car of the day. We're going to approach the halfway mark here in just over a lap. We'll get this thing going. Looks to be still raining. Still intermediate wet tire weather. I think we'll run the rest of this thing out on these intermediates. I don't think you have to pit. Mystic's in a place where he could definitely come in and throw on some fresh intermediates if he wanted to. And that looks like what he is going to do. We'll see what they do behind him. As this did shift around the order quite a bit here. Great view here. You can see how the streets of Azerbaijan are literally, you're racing side by side going opposite directions. It's like your regular traffic on the interstate. Minus the fact you're going 200 miles an hour. Oh, as Hash pulls a little trickaroo and does not go in. Cake's going to go in there in fourth. Scavney's going to stay out. Cake. Jinnit is going to go in. So Jinnit's missing a wing, so I'd imagine maybe that has something to do with our safety car we have going on here. Text-to-speech, get back in. It looks like he did. He doesn't have an X by his name, so good stuff. Glad to see he got back in here. Let's hope everything works out here for him and he can continue this race. As we see, the field is a little bit spread out. We are behind the safety car here. The first lap behind the safety car. You saw the other part of the field there on the other side of the wall. They're on the back side in the middle of Sector 2 back there. It looks like everybody is set and done. Go ahead and do a little bit of through the field. Alfa Romeo of Mystic Joker. The fearless leader. Oh, he went to wets. Holy, let's see here. He is the only one on wet, so it just got interesting. The drivers who are in the top 5 can see him on their leaderboard and can see that he's on wets. Or if they have a dash app, they can see it there too. But it makes you wonder, what is the rest of these guys going to do? I mean, this guy is a two-time champion here in Midwest F1. Wins races. I mean, you gotta, sometimes you gotta look at it and trust what he's doing. So we're coming around here. We'll have one more lap behind the safety car. When they cross the line this time, we'll be at the halfway point. 13 laps to go here for the Azerbaijan GP Midwest F1 Division 1. Like I said, brought to you by Raise F1, or Raise Energy. Midwest F1 brought by, wow, maybe I need a raise because I can't talk. Raise Energy. Make sure you enter that code MWF1 to get 15% off today. Get that order in and get yourself some Raise Energy. Zero sugar added. They have some good flavors. My number one I'm going to suggest, I'll give you the sour gummy worms. That's probably my favorite one that they got. But, you know, get a variety pack. You can get variety packs or a starter pack that it gives you a couple flavors to try. Find one you like, and then you can order the case of the ones you like. So make sure you do that. And as always, make sure you like, follow, or subscribe to the channel here. Me personally am bringing commentary for multiple leagues throughout the week. Midwest F1 here on Thursday nights, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. 7 divisions here in Midwest F1. So we're under safety car here real quick. Let's jump over me. Alright, so our points here, Mystic Joker leading the way. 300 points right now. Scabney in P2, sitting in 4th place right now. He's in P2, he's got 256, he's down by 44 points. So, good solid start to the season here for Scabney. He's going to look to finish that one out as they're coming around here. We'll hopefully see that in this lap. After that, you got Hash. Hash was a consistent runner last season. He's down by 66 points, sitting at 234 right now. Ryan Rod's in 4th, got 234 points behind Hash. Behind that is 5th place is Impossible Bacon. So he's going to be looking to bounce back here. Otherwise, he's lost quite a few points. And that is your top 5 of your driver points here for Midwest F1. Your Division 1 constructor points. Alfa Romeo out front with 450. After that, you got the Mercedes team with 418. Safety car is in this lap. Ferrari's got 402, Aston Martin 345, Williams got 343. That'll be your top 5 for your constructors of Division 1. So as we can see, they are looking to fight. And Mystic gets a pretty good jump there. They are side by side back through the field, though. Scabney a little bit wide. Got Mystic to the left side. Don't think it's going to be anything that's going to get done just yet. Text-to-speech, Scuba Steve side by side coming down into turn 2. Down into the second straight. You can see all good and clear so far. Everybody's still in line. That's why this is Division 1. These guys are killing it. 20 drivers still on the grid. Had a wet Azerbaijan Baku circuit. This is amazing to see that they are all still out there driving. A couple of Red Bulls fighting with text-to-speech here. Welcoming him to Division 1. Normally a Division 2 driver, but the Red Bulls are going to show him that it's Division 1. He better watch out. As you see, it's Scuba Steve right on the gearbox of text-to-speech right there. Side by side down here. Tough spot to be. Definitely could pick up a penalty. They get it sorted out heading up into the castle section. Cake's going to lead the way. Text-to-speech right behind him. Looks like Mystic has opened up that gap to 1.2. Ryan Rods, though, they're in 3rd. We'll jump back up here. See, he is chasing the Ferrari of Hash up there for P2. They have all stretched out on Scabney and P4. So your top 3 right now stretched out quite a bit as they close down on Mystic here. Be interesting to see what they do down the straight. We'll have 11 laps to go this time by. Yellow in Sector 2. What do we got? Seems like everybody's still moving. Actually, JC Blackley. And he has all his wings, so maybe just a spin there. He drops down to P20. He'll look to fight back. Didn't lose too much to those guys in front of him, as he does get a spot back. It looks like Sui, though, is missing a part of his end plate, so he'll have to pit. And Mystic went into the pits. Looks like those wets were the wrong choice. This one's going to hurt. This one could come back to bite him. He made that choice to go to wets. Is he going back to intermediates? He is. And it does look like it's even raining a little bit harder now. Yep, he definitely was not liking those wets. Is having a wing replacement. And now his teammate coming down, both Alfa Romeos, into the pits, drop to the back of the field. They'll look to fight back. That's your points leader back there in 19th now. Hash is going to look to capitalize on this, but he's got to beat Ryan Rods there. Ryan's going to chase him down in the Aston Martin. 2 fast drivers here. We'll see. They're going to look to capitalize and be the first different winner of the season. As you can see, that's a tight battle there. Jacko jumps up into 3rd, though, with this, so he's up into that 3rd spot. Got around Scabney. Scabney in 4th, text-to-speech in 5th. That's still a fight back there from, let's see, what is that, 4th to 11th. all in that second zone, but we're going to stay on board here. This is for the lead. Ryan's going to look to do something with Hash here as they come through the end of Sector 2. See if he's able to do anything. Coming down here into the final actual corner, not the actual end of the racing circuit, as they have these little S section right here. Jump on board. Ryan pushes it out to the wall. Will he have enough to get around Hash here? Coming down into turn 1. They're going to end lap number 16. We'll have 10 to go this time by. Are they pitting? Okay. I was going to say, are we going to wets here? I don't think anybody else did that. We're all back on intermediates. Ryan, look on the outside here. What a move. Side by side, heading down into 2. Hash drives it in deep. Ryan even deeper. Both sliding around the corner. Ryan's going to get the move done. He is into first place. Hash into second. But don't look now. Elma Jacko has closed in. He was about 2.2 back not too long ago. But while they were fighting, he closed in about a half second at least there. He's down 1.3. And it looks like Ryan is looking to pull away there in that Aston Martin. Like I say, they're all looking to capitalize here. We got a few more in the pits. Gavney and Super Ninos. So a couple of our top points. We got first and second in points now running 17th and 18th. So we're going to see a huge shuffle in the points if this thing stays this way. As you can see, Ryan is stretching that lead out almost 2 seconds now. Jacko's got it under a second to second place. So Hash looking to hold on to that P2 now. Your D2 reserve text-to-speech is up into 4th. Looking to fight back here. Then a pair of Red Bulls in 5th and 6th. So, alright, we are at about 9 laps to go here. Who is your pick? Is Ryan going to hold on to this thing for the final 9 laps? Who's your podium? Throw it in the chat if you can. Unless you're driving, don't do that. But if you're not, throw it in the chat who you think's going to podium here. What do we got? What's going to happen? That rain looks like it's coming down a little bit harder now. Coming in sideways here on the Williams of Jacko. Great view to see that. You can see it is really raining hard. I'm surprised not to see more mediums. Or more wet tires. Like you say, everybody's still on those intermediates, though. But here's the thing I want to highlight. I mean, it is Baku, and there's not a lot of spots to get it, but no penalties. 20 drivers still driving in the rain at Baku. Division 1 is fire. I mean, these guys are killing it tonight. Bringing us a hell of a show. Scavney picks up a spot on Adel Tony, and Mystic is back up to 15th, so he's looking to gain any points he can get here. Tough luck when you have a pit like that and everybody's still running. You drop all the way to the back because it was just after a safety car, so tough luck there. Adel Tony and into the pits. Did he switch the tires? Let's see. He did go to the wets, so are we going to see some more guys trying the wets here for the final few laps? Adel Tony in 3 stops. We also have Impossible and Mystic on 3 stops. Jinnit on 3 stops. Quite a few on the 1 stop or the 2 stop. Jump over here. Now let's see what the position changes look like. Scuba Steve with the most positions gained is not eligible for hard charger. Right now your hard charger would be... I guess it would be Ryan Rods. I'm not sure how that works with that penalty. But I would say he gets it. If not, then we're looking at Impossible Bacon. No, he didn't set a time, so that's a tough one to call. I mean, still, Scuba Steve, though, give him credit, though. He's running 6th place right now, right behind his teammate. Got Jinnit behind him. I know these guys, Jinnit and Scuba, had a little bit of a altercation, we'll call it, at Abu Dhabi in round 1. I know there was quite an incident report filed, and they weren't happy with each other after that race. So we'll see how that one goes as the Red Bulls side by side here. Jinnit following them through there. trying to get going. Cake did get back in front there. The Red Bull is nose to tail with an Aston Martin right behind him. Janet gets a little bit sideways there coming out of the corner. Couldn't get the exit. The Red Bulls are going to pull on him. Dace, good fight back for Dace here. He was all the way back after the early stages of this race. He's got himself back up to P8, so good recovery there for him. Collecting some points. Safety car, not sure why. This is the craziest thing. I've seen 2 safety cars and we have 0 cars DNF'd. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to imagine wing damage, obviously. You got 2 Alpines in the pits. Wing change there. So I'm going to imagine we had some wings laying on the track. We're right on board here with Ryan. Coming around here. We're on lap 19. Safety car number 2 here for lap 19. We're going to have 7 laps to go this time by. They'll do more than likely do 2 laps behind the safety car. And we'll be looking to restart roughly around lap number 22 here. Well, we got a little gap here. We'll jump on and let's go through some of the points of the other divisions as well. So down in Division 2, your Drivers' Championship leader right now, NFS Light Work. Lucas is just killing it this season. He's been great down there. Chasing not too far behind. He's got 229 points. Mitch Burns in second, has 160. Young DJ CJ, your Division 1 relegation last season. He's looking to fight back and show he deserves to be there. He's in third right now with 140 points. Fuse Rogue in fourth, 133. 1 point behind him is GSR Edgar in 5th place. That's going to be your top 5 for the points there. And then for your Division 3, as we are seeing pit stops happen, we'll jump on board with your leader. Your points leader in Division 3 is going to be Ray E46 with 165. Behind him is the man himself, Pork Chops, 134. Subtle but Hole in third, 111. Arrow Racing Design in fourth, 109. And Jasty, who I know Jasty is gone this week down there in Division 3. He's at 107, so he'll look to fight back next week. He'll probably lose that top 5 spot, unless some other people have issues. You just never know. Division 4, we have Hotspot, your former broadcaster. Hotspot came in, got a seat. He's in leading the Division 4 points, just over one of our OGs to the league here, Racing Ginger, in second with 97, only 5 points back. Grumpy old cat, man, that guy's been around for a while here in Midwest as well. He's seen quite a few divisions. He's one of those, hey Grumpy, you want to race here? Just put me in a car. He doesn't care. He just wants to race. Shows up and puts in the work. He's sitting P3 right now, only 9 points back. Tim Lee, the one and only Tim Lee, the fan favorite, 89 points. Only 4 points behind Grumpy. That's a tight field there. Rounding out your top 5 in Division 4 is going to be Hewlett 0187 with 84 points. Let's take a look. We've got a lot of divisions here now, it seems like. So then in Division 5, your points leader is Valentine 94 with 92 points. Jaser Nasser, 82 points in P2. Noganator, after a thrilling win last week, is 74 points. Brian Mosser, he's an OG that left for a little while, came back, missed us that much, he had to come back. He's in 4th place in points there in Division 5, and the Warrior, after us, he had just a killer race last week, and then a late pit stop got him. Field still spread out as they come down the front stretch here. They will go one more lap around, I'm assuming. We'll jump back over here. In Division 6, got Marky Mark Gaming leading the way. Actually, it is a, three-way tie for the lead of Division 6. Marky Mark Gaming, Texas Rooster, and Tono all sitting with 29 points. 1 point behind them, C. Freeman with 28. Easy Rider Yoey is going to round out your top 5 with 26. But don't look, Chevy Freak right behind him with 1 point back from him. And last but not least, Division 7, your driver's point standing there. Let's see. Looks like Free Bands is your points leader with 21 points. Merfola with 18. Rise 2F with 18 as well. P-Dog Peyton 14. Gunner Addy 77 with 14. So your top 5 still pretty tight down there. You can tell by the way the points are, they drop down as you go. So we are all set here and rolling. Halfway through this lap, almost halfway through this lap. Hopefully going green the next time by. As you can see, the Alpines back there detailing Super Ninos, catching back up to the field. And we're on board with Adel Tony, another Division 2 driver. He doesn't set the world on fire, but the guy's consistent. Shows up and finishes 90% of the races, at least. It's one thing, he's a lot like me, where he shows up, he might not be the fastest, but he's going to put in the work, and he's going to finish races, and he's going to collect points. So, not a bad call for him to come up here. You see quite a bit of standing water here, and it does look like some different tires. He's still on the wets, everybody else is on the intermediates. I actually think he's in a good spot here. There's quite a bit of standing water around. I'm surprised not more have swapped over. Let's see. Under safety car, sometimes it is tough to catch back up to the back of the field, as I did not see the indication that the safety car was coming in this lap, so lights are still on. We're going to go one more lap, so we'll have a 4-lap shootout here to finish this thing off. We see our point leader, Mystic, got himself back up to 10th now. I won't lie, if he wins this thing, I'm going to crap myself. So you see they will go around one more time around. Alright, go through the field quick. We got Hash in the Ferrari out in front. Texas Beach in second place. Cake Thomas, third step of the podium. His teammate right behind him in the Red Bull, Scuba Steve. Then you got the pair of Aston Martins with Jinnit to win it, and Ryan Rods in 5th and 6th. The other McLaren of Smith Pell in 7th. Pair of Williams right here, Yolmir and Majako in 8th and 9th. Your point leader, Mystic Joker, in the Alfa Romeo in 10th. In 11th, Dace TG2 had a rough start, sitting in 11th. I think he'll gain a couple more here after the start. And then you got Murph and Selly in 12th in the Ferrari. A pair of Mercedes with Scabney and Helg. They were towards the front earlier. Pit stops kind of played against them. Maybe a couple of issues throughout this race. They're going to look to fight back. They're P2 right now in that constructor standing, so they're going to want to hold on to that. Behind them is the AlphaTauri of JC Blackley in 15th. Behind that, you got Impossible Bacon in the Haas 16th. Sui in the Alfa Romeo in 17th. Adel Tonian in the Haas in 18th. Got a pair of Alpine back here, Detail and Super Ninas. They're going to look to fight back here. Like I say, one driver on those wet tires. Look at these here. Smith Pell up 7 spots right now. I think that's our clear cut right now for the hard charger. Sitting in a good spot. Started 14th up to 7th place. His teammate up in 2nd. As we will jump over here, and that view just kills me coming up through that section. So we're coming to the end of Sector 2 here on lap number 22. Hopefully safety car in this lap. There you go. Safety car is in this lap. 4 laps to go here. No DRS. Everybody will have full ERS, so we will see a fight. Tough to pass here in the rain. We'll see what how big of a gap he'll give him. Texas Beach not going to let him get away too far. You see the rest of the field kind of dicing around a little bit. This is always one of the sloppiest restarts on safety car restarts is here at Baku, because it's such a long straight. Everybody wants to make that jump, as Hash has throttled down, but he did not get away. These guys are not going to let him get away. You can see Cake taking a look to the inside of Texas Beach in the Red Bull. And doesn't quite get it done. He's got a Red Bull and a Aston Martin behind him side by side. Scuba Steve gets around him. As Cake did catch some of the wall there. Did he get some damage? Looks like he... Not sure. I think Scuba Steve got a little bit loose on the gear change. Slammed it off the wall. Looks like both Red Bulls maybe took a little bit of damage here in the start. A couple Aston Martins in this mix, so you got a Red Bull Aston Martin fight going on here for 3rd through 6th. Mystic up to 8th now, so he's gaining those points back. Are we going to see a new winner? Did the Monkey bring on the new winner for Division 1 today? You can see these guys are just fighting it out back here. Text-to-speech got a look at Hash here. A little bit of a bump, nothing hurt. I don't think he took any damage there. He'll continue on. As we can see, Text-to-speech trying to be the Division 2 reserve coming up and steal a win. This would be an exciting story to tell. Seemed like he had a little bit of a disconnect issue early on. We got him back in. Maybe it was just on my side, but he's back in. He's racing hard. They have stretched out a huge lead on Cake Thomas in the Red Bull. As Cake's going to lose the spot to Ryan Rods. Ryan deep into that corner. Don't think he caught anything. I got to stay on board with this one, though. We have an exciting race going. El Majacco dropping down the field. Looks like he may have had an issue back there. Safety car is out. Safety... What the... With seriously 3 laps to go, the safety car will literally come out. They'll fall in behind it, and it will come in the next lap. I don't even know. So we lost Smith Pell. That's what brought the safety car out. But I really don't understand why we got a safety car here. They're going to catch it, and they're either going to come around and go green and have a 2-lap, or they'll go around the full 2 times behind and have a 1-lap shootout. The field isn't horribly spread out. We do see some pit stops that will stretch the field out. So you got quite a few drivers back there in the pits looking to fight this thing out. With that happening, that brings Mystic back up to 5th place. I swear, if he comes and steals this one, I'm just going to be in awe. I mean, he was dead last not that long ago. And that's exactly why he's a 2-time champion here. He does not quit. He could have a mistake, and as rare as the mistakes are, when he makes them, he still capitalizes. Still finds a way to fight back, get every point he can. Even if he doesn't get a win today, he's got a win from me on this one. Great run by him. So we got Hash out front in the Ferrari. Text-to-speech in the McLaren MP2. Ryan Rods in 3rd in the Aston Martin. Cake Thomas in 4th in the Red Bull. Missing a right end plate on that Red Bull. Alfa Romeo of Mystic, Joker in 5th, Murphy in 6th. Dace TG, like I said, he was going to gain some spots. He was 11th on that restart, now up to 7th. Sticking it out. Another guy who was way in the back early on in this race, bringing it home. Behind that, you got a pair of Mercedes up front for a while. They were in the top 5 together, dropped all the way back. They had some issues. Now they're up to 8th and 9th. Safety car is in this lap. 2 laps to go. Midwest F1 Division 1, Azerbaijan, Baku. Here we go. We are going to have a 2-lap shootout for this thing. Will we have a new winner this season? Can Hash hold off text-to-speech? See if he can get a better jump this time on him. As we're coming down the front stretch, we'll see what they can do. They are all still nice and tight. And a little bit of indecision there. He does go, but he does not pull on him. Oh, you can't. No. That was kind of a crappy restart there by Hash. He started and then stopped. I mean, he was already full throttle for a ways and then hit the brakes. Really bunched up the field. Caused a lot of mayhem back there. We see guys dropping through the field. When your leader does that, it creates so much problem throughout the field. Text-to-speech's going to look to fight back. Ryan Rod's not going to let him get away. But now Mystic's up into 4th, and he's hunting him. I mean, I can't say anything here. If he's going to be able to come back and get him, as you're going to see, they're going to fight. And if they fight, it's going to give him a chance to get in there. So who knows who's going to take this thing. This thing's far from over with a lap and a half to go. Anything can happen here with Hash leading the way, text-to-speech. Ryan and Mystic Joker, your top four right there, all nice and tight. We see a lot of penalties dropping up, coming down into the castle section. Looks like a little bit of contact there from Tex to the back of Hash. Nothing too serious. Cake just looking to hold on back there in fifth with that damage on that right side. As you can see, that camera view, he was as far up the gearbox as you can get without making contact. And looks like we lost Yolmir. And it looks like that might have been in, yep, that is in the castle section. And this is a tough spot. So I guarantee other drivers have come in here and hit that car. He is already out of the way, so tough luck there as text-to-speech got around. Looks like Hash maybe had an issue. And look at these guys dashing. They're heading to the white flag here. 1 lap to go. Ryan Rod's out front. Mystic back up to second. Can he get this win taken from him? Text-to-speech looking to bounce back. He's in third. Hash in fourth. We got a 4-car battle going into the last lap. Final lap, starting now into turn 1. Text-to-speech taking a look inside of Mystic, side by side, good and clean through there, doesn't quite get it done, tucks back in, he'll look to get it done. See what our ERS looks like. Looks like everybody pretty even on ERS here, they're just burning through it. 2-lap shootout, you usually are okay. Hash lost a little ground, text-to-speech closing in on Mystic. Ryan has opened up that gap. I don't know if Ryan has won a D1 race yet. I know he's won some through the other divisions. Last season he came up through the ranks and won quite a few races. I believe, though, this will be his first Division 1 win. Unfortunately, I will not be having interviews tonight. I apologize to the drivers. I gotta get done with this and head on to things, so we will see how this one works. Tex does take a look at Mystic. Not going to have enough. I think Ryan, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he's going to bring home this victory. As you see some yellows bouncing back throughout. We stay on board here. Nothing going on there. We'll jump back to Murph on the backside of Cake Thomas. Pair of AlphaTauri. JC Blackley up to 8th place. He was quite a ways back there not that long ago. So looks like he made it through the mayhem. Going to get himself another top 10. He's followed by a pair of Alpines. I talked about this at the start. Those Alpines were 19th and 20th not that long ago. We got 2 more DNFs down there. I'm not sure if those were on track. I don't believe they were. So, man, they are dicing right here for this 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Or what do we got? Oh, that's 5th. JC Blackley following this battle side by side. AlphaTauri sideways. He's going to sneak by. Coming down to the line, you got Ryan Rods with the win, Mystic Joker in second, but we're following along here. JC Blackley going to give that spot back to his teammate Dace, and that is how they're going to come across. So we got GSR, Ryan Rods in the Aston Martin taking the victory tonight in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix Midwest F1 Division 1. Like I say, I do believe that is his first win. After that, you got Mystic Joker in the Alfa Romeo. Text-to-speech in the McLaren rounding out your podium. Hash 9211 and Cake Thomas going to round out your top 5. After that, you got Murph and Selly, Dace, JC Blackley, Super Nina's Impossible Bacon bounces back to a top 10. Detail in 11th, Helg and Scabney in the Mercedes of 12th and 13th. Jacko and Sui rounds out your top 15 with Adel Tony in Division 2 Reserve coming up. Collect some points. Like I say, Division 1 has the most points available, so even a 16th place is like probably about a 9th or 10th there in Division 2, so not a bad deal for him. Gets a finish, gets some points. So he's going to come around and finish this thing out. Sui over the line. see your race winner tonight, GSR Ryan Rods, the Aston Martin, the top step of the podium tonight. After that, you got your points leader. He's won 3 in a row, finally knocked off the top step of that podium, but not without a deserving number 2 spot tonight. Mystic had an early, made a mistake, went to the wets. Not sure if it was on purpose or just a Jeff incident. That dropped him all the way back. He fought back through the field, survived the mayhem, got himself a second place finish. Then you got your Division 2 McLaren. Comes up into Division 1, gets a podium, gonna take back some huge points back down. He had an early season disconnect that got him 0 points. That is gonna make up for it big time as he'll go up or back to D2 with some huge points and look to get himself back into that Drivers' Championship. Hash in the Ferrari comes home P4. Kig Thomas is in 5th in the Red Bull. The Ferrari, so we got Ferraris in 4th and 6th with Murph and Selly in 6th. Good bounce back for Murph. Pair of AlphaTaris, Dace and JC Blackley, 7th and 8th. And then you got an Alpine of Super Ninas. Split in between the Alpines is going to be the Haas of Impossible Bacon in 10th. Detail in 11th in that other Alpine. Helgen Scabney in the Mercedes, 12th and 13th. Jacko and Sui, 14th and 15th. Williams and Alfa Romeo. Your final runner, Haas of A. Deltonian. Then you got your 4 DNFs. Red Bull of Scuba Steve, Aston Martin, and Jinnit to win it. Yolmir and the Williams, and Smith Pell and the McLaren. That will be everything we have today for Midwest F1 Division 1 for the Azerbaijan GP. And let's quick. I don't remember where we're at next week. Let me take a look. Looks like next week, France for the French Grand Prix. That is going to be an interesting one. That is another one of those that you expect to see very little safety cars because it's such a wide open track. So we'll see the action it brings next week. Don't forget, get on and order yourself some Raise Energy. Use that code of MWF1. Get your 15% off. Make sure you get some. Also, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Anything you guys can do, we definitely appreciate it. And we'll keep bringing you the action here. 7 divisions for Midwest this week. We are continuing to grow. So if you want in, you let me know. We'll get you in. Just shoot me a message and I'll get you in there. That is all I got tonight. Thank you for joining and have a great day.